Dishonored 2, Dishonored 2, Dishonored 2. Welcome back, everyone. It looks freaking fantastic. I can't reiterate that enough. When I watched the trailer, I don't know what was going on, but I was completely flabbergasted, acting weird, just overall in awe of what I was looking at. And it's not necessarily the graphics or anything like that, even though it does look beautiful, especially the lighting and the way the buildings look and everything, but there's something about it, the feel, the uniqueness of it all that really just gravitates me, and I think a lot of you would agree as well. So I did a live reaction to the full Dishonored 2 demo reveal and gameplay reveal and all of that stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look.
To tell you more, please join me in welcoming the creative director of Dishonored 2, Harvey Smith.
Harvey Smith. I watch a bunch of Game Informer stuff with him there. He's a really cool guy. Really smart.
Wow. Thanks, Pete. Hi, everybody. In Dishonored, you play a supernatural assassin in a steampunk city. The game blends combat, stealth, and mobility, giving you many different pathways and approaches. When the original Dishonored was released in 2012, you embraced the game and made it your own. You discovered moves and combinations of powers that we didn't even imagine. We were thrilled by your passion for Dishonored, and we were humbled by the success of the game, which won more than 100 Game of the Year awards.
Damn.
At last year's E3, we announced Dishonored 2. So tonight, here with all of you for the first time, we're going to show you the game.
Show me gameplay. Please show me gameplay. God damn it. Looks good. The lighting is on point.
Welcome back to the Empire of the Isles.
Oh, please, a demo.
Inspired fantasy world.
Please, a
with
demo. Oh
distinct
my
style
god, it's so
and an
pretty.
exotic cast of characters. For Dishonored 2, we wanted to explore a new location, Karnaca, the jewel of the South. Our approach to world creation is
gorgeous.
very layered. Our art and design teams work together to create a strong sense of place with a well-realized culture. It's based on the people living there, the work they do, the architecture, economy, the climate, even the food and songs.
Just look at the detail. It's insane. Oh my god, dude. It looks spectacular visually. It really, really does.
In order to bring Karnaca to life, we've created a custom game engine designed to support our signature art direction and level design. We wanted Dishonored 2 to resemble a painting in motion, so we've given considerable thought to our lighting and the way it plays across every surface. We've created custom tools to support the interruptible, real-time narrative scenes necessary for a stealth simulation. And the same is true for our approach to audio, both in terms of atmospherics and stealth gameplay. All of these details make Karnaca
so
more vivid,
good.
thanks to our new technology, which we call the Void Engine.
The lighting in particular is the thing that stood out to me immediately. So I'm glad they paid extra attention to it, because the detail and the uniqueness of that world is just... You can't look at that game and be like, oh, I've seen that world before.
In crafting spaces for you to explore, we've got several creative goals. We want the environment to feel coherent and complete, plausible. Where do these characters live and how do they get to work? Is there a viable pathway that makes sense?
God,
Where do they
it's
take
happening.
Breaks or stop for lunch?
You get those
But
chills.
it goes further than that. For Dishonored 2, we felt compelled to ask ourselves about the history of a given street or shop. What was there a decade before the player arrives in Karnaca? Often you can see the layers of history, watermarks on the wall from past floods, peeling posters and advertisements from years ago. We want every market, every alley to tell a story and offer you the chance to see something novel or intriguing.
So unique, man. Unlike anything else out there. Absolutely.
Dishonored 2 starts and ends in Dunwall, but most of the action takes place here in Karnaca.
the fuck out of here, man. This game looks phenomenal.
All right, there you go. Your first look at Dishonored 2. Thank you.
Incredible.
On behalf of all my teammates at Arcane and Leon,
But of course,
so hard to bring this to you.
No gameplay.
My dear friend
We know.
Rafael Colantonio,
We know.
thank you so much for all the passion you've given the game. In the first Dishonored game, you played Corvo Attano, falsely accused of killing the Empress, the woman he loved and was sworn to protect. And you were blamed for the abduction of their daughter, Emily Caldwin. After escaping on the night of execution, Corvo is gifted with supernatural powers and dedicates himself to avenging the death of the Empress and restoring young Emily to the throne. As we began to work on Dishonored 2, a single question haunted us. What became of Emily Caldwin? How would her experiences affect her, and what kind of ruler would she become? We envisioned Emily grown up.
I love concept art. I mean, who doesn't, though? So
25 years of age. And then we began to imagine what she'd be like as a heroic figure, as someone fighting for her life against the forces of deceit.
I love her
We
character
developed a
design.
vision for Emily Caldwin that excited us, and at E3 last year, we shared that vision with the world. Dishonored 2 is set 15 years after the first game. Emily Caldwin rules the Empire, watched over by her father, Corvo Attano.
Oh, please, gameplay. Demo. God damn it, you... Oh, so good, okay.
Difficult time, but today we honor my mother, the late Jessamine Caldwin. May her memory survive through the ages.
Emily.
You look tired, Father.
Every year, I think the anniversary of Jessamine's death will be easier.
Okay.
It never is.
So that's the real-time stuff they were talking about.
Still the Empress. I don't think I'm very good at this.
You're still learning. Don't worry about the rabble-rousers, and we'll catch the crown killer, eventually.
People are saying it's you, but these assassinations are a misguided effort to protect me.
No. Someone's trying to make us look guilty by targeting your enemies.
I wish I could just run away from all this.
Sometimes you do. You think I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops? Courage. The ceremony will be over soon.
Royal Protector and Father. I should have passed the law against that combination of titles years ago.
You know, I was going to say I don't know how I feel about the voice acting, but I actually kind of like it. It fits. It's all about making sure it just fits the world.
When an otherworldly usurper seizes the throne, the fate of the Empire is left hanging in the balance. Dishonored 2 offers you the choice of playing as Empress Emily Caldwin
At that moment.
or the Royal Protector, Corvo Attano.
Interesting.
Emily and Corvo are both fully voiced this time, with their own perspectives and emotional responses to the events transpiring around them. Whoever you choose to play, you've got to flee Dunwall, your home, and travel to Karnaca in order to unravel the threads of a conspiracy and take back what's yours.
I've gotta get away. I should talk to the captain of that ship.
Excuse me. In the water.
Dishonored is known for unscripted, simulation-driven missions where no two players ever have the same experience. There are many pathways to explore as you penetrate well-defended locations, numerous ways to find and eliminate nefarious targets. In crafting the missions for Dishonored 2, we've put a much greater emphasis on big, interesting themes, either from a gameplay or fictional standpoint, making each mission a wildly unique place to explore. I'll explain a little bit more about that. Today we're going to show you the Dust District, an industrial ruin ravaged by terrible storms that hit at random intervals.
I love when they present the game like this.
In the
Absolutely
Dust
love
District,
it.
a militant religious faction called the Overseers is at war with the Howler Gang. The leaders of both factions are trying to take each other down. You can side with the Overseers or the Howlers or neither. There are many ways to complete the mission.
To tell you more, I'll wait here in the skiff and take you back to the dreadful whale after you finish.
Taxes. Nobody likes taxes.
Everything you see here is rendered in the Void
Nobody.
Engine, designed to create atmospheric and exploration-rich spaces.
The lighting is insane in this game. Sorry, the world looks incredible, man.
To reach our target, Vice Overseer Byrne, we've got to get past the Grand Guard checkpoint, sealed off by a wall of light.
The
A
art
cruel
direction.
security device reinstated by the Duke of Serkonos.
Orders from the Duke. We're losing too many people. Soldiers blinded by that hallucinogenic powder the Howlers use, then stabbed to death or dragged down by the Abbey's hounds. One young lieutenant got hit by an overseer grenade. That was it. He was one of the Duke's distant cousins or something.
Shit. Let's hope they do enough damage to each other so the fight goes out of them.
Oh my god, this game looks so good.
We've made much greater use of vertical space for Dishonored 2, encouraging players to explore the rooftops above the streets.
Out of my ears.
Get out of here, you sucker. Smart AI, please, smart AI.
Dust from your minds.
Real-time weather.
The storm alters visibility for the AI and for the player. A random storm hits and Emily comments on it. Many of the security devices in Dishonored 2 are powered by wind, a unique feature of Karnaca. So here we're switching off the windmill to get through the wall of light. There'll be a lot going on in this next fight. Drop attack, guards climbing and vaulting, combat choke, and Emily using far reach to pull an explosive whale oil tank toward her from a distance.
God damn it. Such dynamic gameplay. I feel like a promoter for this game right now, but it looks fucking amazing.
Alright, let's jump forward closer to our target.
She's
Vice
angry,
Overseer
I mean.
Byrne. The Overseers are fighting the Howler Gang for the hearts and minds of the people of Karnaca.
Nice.
What happens here will influence Karnaca's future and the endgames.
I like that kind of political / revolutionary friction.
Here we're going to use Emily's mesmerize power to lull a group of Overseers into a stupor, evading combat altogether. Mesmerized, they won't notice Emily or even remember that she was here.
So empty right now.
Far Reach can be upgraded not only to pull objects from a distance, but also enemies, so you can finish them off in midair.
I'm in disbelief as how good this game looks. And they haven't even shown all of it yet. God damn it, man.
This time,
Stop with
all
the
of
neck!
Emily's powers, which are new, and all of Corvo's can be fully upgraded using entirely new skill trees, giving you the ability to customize more deeply.
Okay, good. Could always use that.
If you're new to the Dishonored series, it's all about options and exploration, playing at your own pace. The game has many different pathways through each mission, and also different approaches, stealth or combat, lethal or non-lethal, and a wide array of supernatural powers that will dramatically change the experience as you play. We're very close to Vice Overseer Byrne's office now.
Oh, God, fuck.
The sisters of the oracular order have seen it, and I feel it in my bones. So this stalemate with the Howlers must be resolved.
Byrne is giving a briefing using a projector. We're going to plant a stun mine and then link several of the Overseers with Emily's domino power, so that whatever happens to one of them will happen to all of them. They share the same fate.
Okay.
Switching off the projector will attract Vice Overseer Burns' attention, and when the mine affects one Overseer, it will affect all of them.
Go check, brother. Right away.
It looks visually really interesting as well. Each power has
Many
its
creative
own
ways to use Domino. Now we're going to show you Shadow
visual
Walk,
appeal.
another key power for Emily.
Oh, Jesus.
Shadow Walk is useful for stealth and combat. You saw it in the announced trailer that we made for the game, and you can fully use it in the game. Like all the powers, it can be upgraded in a variety of ways. With Vice Overseer Byrne out of the picture, the leader of the Howlers will owe Emily a favor, and that's just one way to complete the Dust District mission.
The Dust
Before closing
District.
Today, we want to demonstrate another signature environment from a mission called A Crack in the Slab. It's another example of the missions in Dishonored 2 and how they're
Give me
built
more.
around big, interesting themes. This mission takes place in a ruined manor that's been sealed for several years. At the start, the outsider appears and explains that reality was warped inside this place after an occult event. Your supernatural powers won't work inside the manor, and even time behaves strangely, allowing you to travel back and forth between the ruined present and the past when the manor was lavish and refined.
Oh, man. Why don't you
Here
show
we're
us
in
the whole
present,
game while you're at
and
it?
The manor's in ruins.
What? This is fucking brilliant. I'm sorry, I'm swearing a lot. It's the beers, but this is brilliant.
Now we've moved backwards, years into the past, when the manor was still inhabited and guarded.
The lighting, Jesus Christ, man.
Looking through the lenses of the outsider's timepiece, you can see the alternate timeline. This is useful for solving puzzles, as you've seen, but it can also be used to avoid or take down enemies. You can watch enemies in the alternate timeline and then step through to execute your plans.
Easily the worst part of the trailer, because god damn it. The demo, it's not a trailer.
We hope you're going to love the game as much as we do.
Yo,
Thank you, thank you.
my top 10
Once again, give a shout
games
out to
after
my team and
E3
friends.
list
They've worked so hard, and they are
is
so passionate about the game. And the first game, they're really ready for you.
going to be
you
so
guys to get your
difficult,
hands on it.
it's not even
You don't
funny.
Have to wait long. All of you can leave your mark on the Empire of the Isles, because Dishonored 2 will release on PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, and PC November 11th, 2016.
This year, we get to
But
play
before
that.
I go, I've got one more thing for you. This is the worldwide launch of the Dishonored 2 gameplay trailer. You're seeing it here first. Good night.
The demo. Bethesda Softworks.
Walk on, gold dust woman. Take your sins from me.
Look at that. Look at that.
Wake up in the morning.
Games are amazing, man. I swear.
Sunrise lost to go down.
Get your hands off. God damn it. Wow. It's gonna be like psychological too. I like that. Standing ovation, people. I know you can only see probably my crotch, but it's magnificent. You can't look at that game and say that is not one hell of a unique experience.
Can I please have
So good.
another round of applause?
Yes.
Very shy, took off.
Yes.
Harvey Smith.
I know I clap weird, but it's because of the mic, you know.
Those guys are fantastic.
You know, Dishonored is an interesting game when you look at where it's going to end up this fall, because it's coming out on November, I think the second week of November or something like that. And that's one of those things where it's like, okay, you're putting yourself in a very, not necessarily awkward position, but definitely in a very tested position where there's going to be a lot of games that a lot of people want to play. You're going to be getting, you know, your Battlefields and your Call of Duties and a lot of that stuff. Games that sell millions and millions and millions of copies coming out at the same time. So you have to be careful because this game looks so fantastic and I want so many people to play it that even though I haven't played it yet, so I don't even know if it's good. But from what I see, from the way they presented it, with an actual full-on gameplay demo of the game and actually giving you information while they're playing, very much like Fallout 4 was introduced last year. It's just, I recommend so many games release a trailer or release a demo just like this, or do it at your show. Do it like this because it gets people so much more excited, especially if you're confident in your game. And it does seem like Pete Hines, the people at Bethesda, and the people at Arcane are so excited to show people this game because of its uniqueness, because of the dual protagonists and the fact that you can choose from the very beginning who you want to play as, gives people options. And that's what, you know, Dishonored is all about. Giving people options, giving people the ability to play the way they want, and introducing one of the, probably some of the best stealth action gameplay ever. And that's high praise, I know, but that's what Dishonored 1 was, and that's a new IP that came out of nowhere and won a bunch of Game of the Year awards. Now we have the sequel to that game, and it looks gorgeous, and it seems to be, you know, adding on to all of those gameplay elements that we like so much. And, you know, the only thing I would not like is, yeah, you guys saw something about that. It just irks me. But when I play it, I'll get in the zone, and I'll just get it done. But Dishonored 2 looks great. Let me know what you guys think about Dishonored 2. And let me know what you guys think about it coming out in the fall. How do you think it will sell? I personally believe that if you make a great game, it doesn't matter when it comes out, it will do well. But that's not always the case. I tend to think that that's the majority of the time that's what happens. So again, let me know what you guys think about Dishonored 2, the full demo. Let's talk about it. Let's try to analyze it as best as we possibly can in the comments and see, like, where is this game at? What do you think it's going to be in terms of Game of the Year discussion? Even though obviously it's way too early and it kind of seems a little ridiculous to even bring it up. But you know, this game has potential, and it's sometimes fun to have those kind of conversations. So let me know in the comments. If you hate me, you know what to do. If you like me, you know what to do. And I'll see you guys all on the next one.